Hello, everybody in LinkedIn land. It is Sue again, Sue Geelan from Metaneo Counselling. Um, Again, teaching you some tips and tools and strategies to help you live an awesome life. Now, I'm going to talk about now that there is one thing that we have that makes us different from the animals. Now, what do you think that could be? Well, it is the fact that we as human beings are given or have been given the gift of choice. The animals live by instinct. It's almost like everything is built in. They instinctively do things. But we have choice that if we're presented with a challenge of anything remotely like that, we've got a choice about what we're going to do and how we can resolve it. So I'm going to write on my trusty whiteboard. So let's write down is the fact that that we were given, right, the gift of choice. Okay. And one of those things is that given a gift of choice, someone has actually quantified that. Now, I wonder what their life would be like, is as in, to count up the number of choices that we make in a day. Well, let me ask you out there, if you are at any stretch of the point of imagination, if you could guess how many choices on average that we make in a day, what would you think that would be? I'll give you a minute. Okay, have you come up with a number? Well, on average, we make 7,500 choices a day. Now, that is astounding. So it would stand to reason then that if we were going to have an amazing life, we would make more good choices than bad, or more positive than negative. That would stand to reason, yeah, correct? All right. So how can we often get it wrong, or that we make poor choices and poor decisions in our lives? So let me go through and sort of say that there is 3 C's to a choice, right? So the first 3. So here's 3 C's, right? The first one is the fact that we are always given a challenge. Always given a challenge. It could be, I'm hungry. Well, do I have Mackies or Hungry Jacks or anything else? Am I thirsty? Do I have a soft drink or do I have water? That type of thing. It could be, the career that we're going to have. We might be coming up to choosing a career or changing a career. Then we're presented with a challenge, always. And in that challenge, we then have to make a choice. And usually that's what happens here, is that we make a choice to resolve the challenge. Okay? And in resolving the challenge, then hopefully that's the end of it. Yeah, not quite. Right? Because this is my only dip into science, is that for every choice, there is an equal or opposite consequence. Okay? For every choice, there is an equal or opposite consequence. And that's usually what happens, is that we get a challenge, we make a choice, and then later on it goes, oh, crap, I should have thought about this a bit more. So it is my suggestion, okay, that this is usually what happens. So my suggestion is, let's think of it a different way, that if we're going to make more good choices than bads, then we're going to need to change this. So we change it by 1, right? Number 1, always a challenge, Okay, we'll always get a challenge that we have to resolve. Now, rather than kind of making a choice, because if we make a choice based on, high emotion or something like this, then we're literally going from crisis to crisis to crisis to crisis as we live our lives. Well, that's not good. I mean, we don't want to be in crisis all the time. So let's have a look at number 2, what are the consequences first? So we should think about, well, here's a challenge. Here's all the consequences. What am I willing to live with? What is the best outcome for this challenge? Once you have decided what all the different possible consequences that you want to live with, some will be better than others, then the third part is that we make a choice, and that should be number 3. Okay, so that's kind of what we should be at, is the fact that we get a challenge, we think about the consequences of that challenge, then we make a choice. Well, tomorrow night, okay, let me sort of say that tomorrow night I will come back and kind of share with you some more about the choices and how we can make good ones and amazing ones so that we can live a happy, amazing, wonderful life. All right. So are you guys going to come back? All right. So if you come back, great. And I'll be doing this probably around about the 9 o'clock-ish mark, around about the same time. So watch this space, jump into bed with your laptop and then come and hear me speak about, how to actually make amazing choices for yourselves and your partner, your family, for your job, your career, everything else, because we do want to get and be able to have an amazing life. Then we've got to make more amazing choices. All right. Now, there is a little ad that I would like to say, is that I'm going to do a live webinar on the 19th of October. Okay, now this is going to be roughly around an hour and a half, 2 hours. And I'm going to sort of share with you and give away for free, all right, what someone would have normally cost about $280 to come and do this session. I'm going to give it to all my LinkedIn fans, for those who sort of see, about how do we stop conflict in our lives. That's what we're going to do. So if you're in a partnership, how do we stop the fighting or the shutdowns, and how to resolve issues in the workplace. So listen, watch this space. I'm going to do it live, and this board, even though I've done sort of 2 lines here, is going to be filled. All right, and you're going to get so much out of it. So remember that time, 19th of October at 7:30. At 7:30 p.m. All right, so let's do it, and I'll sort of see you there. But tomorrow night we're going to continue on with our gift of choice, and how do we make amazing decisions. So guys, have a good evening. I will speak with you tomorrow night, and share, like, comment, anything you like, and we'll sort of catch you tomorrow night. Watch this space, guys. Take care. Bye for now.